Netroots Nation Live. As you know, I am the guest host for Make It Plain with Reverend Dr. Mark Thompson. He gave me the ability to guest host in his place as he is not with us at Netroots. And so on this last day of Netroots, I have a special interview that we're doing with Representative Justin J. Pierce, and he is on his way. And so I am super excited. Like I got sick yesterday, y'all, so I apologize. But let me just say this that I am feeling energized, re-energized, right? I've been resting, but I've also felt a little bit like uh, taken aback. Oh, and so I'm waving him in. So I'm letting him know, come on, because we're ready for his conversation. But I am so energized. I just feel like and I know we don't want to use the word hope because hope can have like messy kind of connotations, but the fact is, guess what? We are good. We are good. We have hope. We have really good people coming to do this work. And so, as I mic up the representative, oh my goodness! And you threw off the hat. What is that all about?
Oh, you want the hat?
I mean,
I'm sure both.
you look like you
Both
have been
and.
doing boots on the ground. Is that what you've been
Absolutely.
working on? You've been working on boots on the
Every
ground?
day.
Every day. I love it. Okay, so first of all, welcome to Make It Plain.
Thank you.
Reintroduce ourselves. I'm
Yes.
Kadada Esmer Gray. You guys, we met 2 years at Selma.
We did.
Has it been 2 years?
It has been
Oh
2
my
years. It was
goodness.
2020. So we went
With
with
the
Vice President.
Yeah, when she flew in. Yeah, so we met way back when. And let me just say, y'all, his hair was big then. What happened to the hair?
Hey, we just braided it down, baby.
Okay,
Just braid it
okay.
down. Just braid it down. It's still there. It's still
I
there.
love that you are known for that, and I love that. I love you. You've got beautiful hair. Yes, I said it. The man has got beautiful hair. The representative has got beautiful hair. You are here at Netroots with us. What's up with that? Why did you come to Netroots 25?
Absolutely. Look, I'm really fortunate to be here. One, I love New Orleans. My wife and I, this is our favorite city. This is a city
Okay.
that's just like so much love, so much good spirit,
Yes,
so
I
much
love
joy inside of it. But we're in an important moment in our country, and as Democrats in particular, deciding, what our future is going to be. And the people here at Netroots know that future has to be one that's progressive. It's got to be one that centers people who've been marginalized. It's got to lift up working class people, and it's got to have people who are fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we ain't gonna win if we don't get in the fight.
I know that's
and
right.
so it's nice to be surrounded by a lot of people who are willing to fight, go a little bit against the grain and against the status quo to see the future and the vision of the country that we know
Yeah,
we need
I was
to be.
just telling the audience that I personally have felt re-energized because I feel like I'm retired because the black girls said we were going to retire for a minute or go rest, right? So tell me something. As you are hatted up, have you been boots on the ground?
Absolutely.
Have you been waving your fans?
All of that.
Okay,
all
so
the
I'm gonna
things.
test you right now. As you see, because I know you're from Tennessee,
Yeah.
right, representing the Memphis area,
Mhm.
but I want to talk to you about fellow representatives,
Yeah.
right, out of Texas, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
What do you think about that situation with them, quote unquote, fleeing?
Yeah.
And the Republicans are saying they are preventing for democracy to occur. Audacity is
The
real.
audacity.
If you're gonna put a tariff on anything, y'all can beat on audacity.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they doing too much. They doing too much.
Absolutely.
But what do you think about the actions?
Yeah.
And I mean, this is an action of civil disobedience. In my
That's right.
opinion.
That's a really good way to frame
what
that.
do you think about the fellow Democrats in
Yeah.
Texas?
So I talked to the Democrats in Texas yesterday.
Okay.
And just told them how inspired and motivated we are by their actions, their commitment, their courage. And yes, while they are leaving the state, they are really standing up for democracy, right? They're standing up for these ideals, for this vision, for this reality that you shouldn't have governors and government misusing and abusing their power against the people they're supposed to be representing, stealing 5 U.S. congressional seats in between the census on behalf of the Donald Trump and Vance administration is unconscionable.
And they are loud about it.
They're not playing no games.
They don't even have any shame.
There's no shame. There is no shame. And then they say, well, the people who aren't doing their jobs are the people who are trying to preserve democracy, or the people who are trying to tear it down. Those are the ones we're supposed to somehow be looking up to. But I'm inspired and motivated by them because they're not backing down. They're not quitting.
Right.
We're giving money. We're encouraging everybody to give the Texas House Democrats money so they can continue this work and this act. That's such a good way that you put it. This act of civil disobedience at a scale and at a level that we have not seen in state level government in a while.
Do you think, is it possible, this is a teachable moment for right? Is it possible for the governor to fire them or the state party chair to fire them if they've been elected by the people?
So as I understand it, no, they would have
Okay.
to go through the expulsion process, kind of similar
Okay.
to what we did.
Yeah,
I
a
have to read
recall.
their, I have
Yeah.
to read their constitution. But in Tennessee, when I got expelled, they had to bring a resolution before the House.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't do any legislative business if the Democrats aren't there because they
Correct.
don't have a
Yeah.
quorum.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that there's any real way for them to be able to expel them from their seats. But what they are looking to do is make it financially penalizing for them to not be in the state house at this moment in time, and to the tune of like $500 a day, fining them.
They want to find them. Oh, because I was going to say it's not like representatives. They're not involved. They're not making like
No, they make
$50,000 a year.
They make 7,000 a year, and then we
What?
make in Tennessee, I think, 20,000 a year. Oh yeah, it's not. It's not. You don't get into politics for the money. I
Wait a
promise you that.
minute. Hold on. 7,000.
Hmm.
Listen. I'm just going to say this to the listening audience. As a representative, like you don't. So all that rhetoric around, oh my God, they're getting rich, they're getting wealthy, they're doing all that type of stuff. People who already have the wealth in Congress, in the House, in the state, wherever around the country, they're just maintaining their wealth and growing their wealth.
That's right.
Okay, but most people, 20,000 is not. Listen, we're fighting for the people who make 20,000 who can't afford rent, right? Let's be clear about that.
Absolutely.
What are the hot topics or hot things going on in Memphis that you are representing, or just in the state of Tennessee that we need to know about?
Absolutely. One of the biggest fights that we are currently in is against Elon Musk. He illegally built and operated a plant 3 miles away from my front door, actually, in the house that we were just fortunate to be able to buy. A gas plant.
Oh, wow.
To power the largest supercomputer in the world called Grok, which called itself Mecha Hitler. Right. Like
right. Okay. Tell me more.
So Elon Musk came into our community. The Chamber of Commerce rolled out the red carpet. Mayors Paul Young, Lee Harris, the Shelby County Health Department just gave him carte blanche to do whatever he wanted. And so for the last year, our air's been polluted with 1,200 to 2,100 tons of nitrogen oxides, 17.2 tons of formaldehyde, cancer-causing chemicals and pollutants that have really had detrimental impacts on the health and the well-being of the people in my district and my constituents. And so we fought them to force them to get a permit, which they ultimately did apply for, and they got, despite the fact that we had thousands of people who were advocating against it. And so now we've appealed that alongside the NAACP, Young, Gifted, and Green, the Southern Environmental Law Center. But our activism right now is really focused on, look, if we can't breathe, like none of the rest matters, right? And then we deal with the issue of gun violence.
Right.
Still a very pervasive issue. Our laws are so relaxed in the state of Tennessee that new statistics show that 500 kids a year die just due to the fact that we have relaxed gun laws that make it easier for people to access firearms and no accountability for them to protect their kids from being harmed by them. So that's another issue that is still really relevant to people. And then is money.
Right.
Everything's more expensive.
Everything is more expensive, right?
And wages aren't going up, right? People aren't finding themselves with bukus of money. And then you see what happened in D.C. with the largest transfer of wealth to the richest people in the world by a legislative act. $4 trillion from Social Security, Medicaid, SNAP, EBT benefits cut just so that the richest people can continue to give more money. Like, this ain't fair, right? And at the end of the day, I think a lot of people are struggling with what we are saying is like the world is not just not fair. It's rigged for the rich, the wealthy, and the powerful to keep their wealth, their power to the detriment of everybody else.
So describe your constituency base for us in Memphis, in the Memphis area.
Yeah.
So who are the people that you're serving?
Yeah, so I have a majority Black African American district. It's about 62%. Memphis is 62% Black African American. Our county about 55%. My district similarly situated, overwhelmingly Democratic, and I represent downtown with some of the biggest businesses in the city. I represent some of the wealthiest communities, like Harbortown, right on the river. And then I go into my neighborhood of Westwood, Walker Home, West Junction. I got people whose houses are quite literally sinking into the ground. Right? Or I go to the northern part of my district, which is a little bit more rural, and people aren't having access to the resources that they need. And so it's a very diverse district demographically, geographically, that allows me to see just like how folks are experiencing the travesty of this administration, but also of the Republican supermajority ruling our state without any care or concern about poor people without any concern about our health, our ability to be able to create economic opportunity in life.
You can talk about a lot,
Mhm.
and every time we bring up the people at the helm that should have been taking care of us, that are should have been supporting us. If you
Mhm.
don't like the word taking care of, but supporting the American people, the voters.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of us have paid into a system, Social
Mhm.
Security,
That's right.
right? A lot of us know we're still trying to figure out who's FICA. We
Right.
don't know who FICA is. We don't know where that money's going to. I do have a question for you though. Just in your political ethos of
Yeah.
your understanding, because you've been learning, you've had to
Mhm.
learn a lot while you've been under the gold dome, as like you say in Georgia.
Yeah.
Um, you know what? How do we recover?
Yeah.
How do you see us recovering from all of these cuts? How do we
Yeah.
support each other in this space?
Yeah. I mean, when you look at Black communities in particular, mutual aid is something that we've been doing for centuries, right?
Yeah.
It's like that's part of how we have survived the places that we have, whether it be our churches, our schools, our I'm not in one, but our fraternities or sororities, right? We find ways to create community in places and in spaces where we otherwise have been denied it. And so I think as we are seeing these cuts happen, we have to realize that we're going to see more significant strains on food banks. So
Right.
if
Yeah.
you have the means, like you need to give to food banks. As we see more of the care, in-home care for our elders and our seniors being taken away, we as families are going to have to figure out how we're going to be stepping in to help fill voids, which is already going to be hard because most people are working 40, 50, 60 hours a week just to pay rent.
Right.
But like we are going to have to leverage and lean on one another in a very real way. And this is going to be hurting folks across demographics, across
Right.
political parties,
Yeah.
but it's going to most particularly and acutely hurt people in the South, where resources are already so limited for social safety nets, right, and those protections. The other thing I think is there is a political solution, right? We, had we been in control of the House, this bill would have never passed. Had we been in control of the Senate, this bill would have never passed. Had we been in control of the presidency, if we just had one of those levers of power,
Yeah.
this would never have happened. And so I'm telling folks, you got two jobs as we go into 2016. You're either going to run for office or you're supporting somebody who is, because that's in addition to the ones that pay our bills. But look, y'all, we got to do something. And if we are going to have a democracy, if we're going to have a country moving forward, like we're going to have to figure out what it is that we're going to do. And everybody needs to say, you know what, once a week, I'm going to spend an hour making phone calls for that state representative. I'm going to spend an hour making phone calls for that city counselor. Because when you look at those election returns next year, you shouldn't be looking at the whole map. You should be looking at your race that you were looking and working and fighting on.
Oh, I love that as a campaign manager, as a political consultant, as a political consultant. I love that strategy. I think that people have just kind of a lot. I think we are big picture people, right?
Yeah.
Because we are led by the media, we're led by the influencers, but we don't know what's happening inside of our own home.
Exactly.
Can we talk about that? Because I keep saying I love community building. I teach about community building, and I'm like, listen, community starts at home, people.
That's
I
right.
don't know why we're not understanding this.
Mhm.
You can go out and protest every day for people that
Absolutely.
don't know your name, but are you helping grandma? Are you helping your nieces and nephews?
Right.
Are you, because we have, if you have little people, the little people,
Yeah.
are we going to shop at Costco in bulk for the entire family?
Right.
Let's spread, let's share that wealth, right? And kind of go back to an African kind of Pan African kind of
That's right.
philosophy
Mhm.
in terms of the mutual aid.
Right. It's a village.
It's a village.
And there's a proverb that I came across last year. It says, "If you do not sit with the children by the campfire, they will take the fire and burn down the village." It's like you have to be there. You have to be invested. You have to be involved. And for our communities, that requires us making the time. Starting September, second Sundays in September, my family, I'm reinstituting, as my grandmothers did decades ago, over a decade ago, a Sunday dinner. Every second Sunday is Sunday dinner. And we're going to go to church. My dad has church every second and fourth Sunday at 2 p.m. We're going to have church second Sunday at 2 p.m. And after that, we're going to come over to Ocean and I's house and we're going to have family dinner.
That's nice.
Because familial organizing is where it begins.
Oh, wait. You just said a word.
That's
you said a word,
it.
Joe. You said familial organizing.
Yes.
I love
That's
that.
it. This is you can steal it.
Okay,
You can
thank
steal
you.
it. You can share it. But it's familial organizing is actually
Yeah.
where we begin. It's like it isn't it isn't even in the church, and I'm the son of the black church, right? It isn't in the schools. No, no, no. It really is your family. It's like, is all your family registered?
Come on.
Is all your family going to the polls?
That's right.
Is all
You
your
better tell her.
family showing up at the meetings? Right? Like it's like if you started with your family, you'd be halfway. The battle be halfway done, right? And me as a person who has like at least 300 blood relatives as first, second, and third cousins in Memphis and Shelby County, I said this doesn't make any sense. I go to a town hall, it's 300 people, but all of them are my family, right? I got people from all over. I'm like, but where is my family?
Right.
Where are y'all?
Where's the family?
And,
Yeah.
and it's time for y'all to join. It's time for y'all to show up. It's time for y'all to engage and to participate at the same level that I am engaging and participating. Because people can love saying, "Oh my God, my cousin, she's the campaign manager for da da da."
I know that's right.
But where you at?
Right.
Right. But where you at?
If some of y'all got convicted, the truth is being told right
Listen,
now.
and so that's like really part of my work this year and going into 2026. Obviously, we've got thousands of constituents. We're going to keep engaging, knocking doors, and all that. But I'm looking at an Excel document and working with a couple of my cousins. An Excel document with all of my
Wait, real
aunts.
cousins or play cousins?
No, my real ones, my blood cousins. But looking at, and I call them uncles
I know
because
that's right.
they're older than me.
Right.
But they're second cousins and third cousins. And it's like we're gonna have an Excel document. All right, let's go from the matriarchs and patriarchs. Let's go through who were their kids, who were their kids,
Right.
now let's work this thing down
Right.
and let's talk.
Right.
It's time to
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
You remind me of a sister yesterday. We were in the Black Caucus,
Uh-huh.
and she said, "We're like, what did we talk about?" Like, she was like, "Let's talk about mutual aid, but like, let's envision it differently, right?"
Mm.
And she said, every Sunday in Kansas, they do a Sunday brunch for the public, and all they say is, "You cook, you bring something,
Yeah.
and we're all going to gather." And I was like, "Wow," because that. No one thinks about that. We
No.
think about the formalities. We might even be thinking about policy.
Yeah.
In some places, are like, you can't serve food that you
Mhm.
cooked at home, blah,
Mhm.
blah, blah,
Yep.
blah, blah. But that's how we build community.
Yep.
And that's what we need to return to.
That's right.
So I did hear you say that you and your beautiful wife, because I've seen her, met her, you guys bought a home.
Yes.
So congratulations
Thank you.
on that. You guys got to be a
Glory
part
to
of
God.
the American dream.
Mhm.
Lord, and that American dream seems to be
Is
floating
exactly,
away.
absolutely,
It's
at
floating.
rapid speed.
So you have 300 family members that you are activating. Tell the public what you think they should be doing
Mhm.
right now to get us to the midterms, to get us to 2028.
Yes. All of us know 5 people. Reach out to 5 people, find out if they're registered to vote, if they're able to vote. And if they're not able to vote, how they are thinking about being engaged. Ask them simple questions. Do you know who your city councilor is? Do you know who your county commissioner is? Do you know who our mayor is? And get them that information, because when we have information, we have more power. And as a good friend of mine taught me, put these elected officials' numbers in your phone. Maybe their office number, but put it in your phone so that when you're having a problem, you can immediately call and say, you know what, I'll call State Representative Pearson's office. I'm calling XYZ person's office. We have to empower ourselves.
That's right.
Not expect power to come from on high, but to empower ourselves to be able to be active and engaged in this moment in this time.
Um, I'm not going to agree with him or disagree when he said the power's on high. So don't come for me. Don't come for us. But we understand what he means, right? Like, this is a time. We thought last time was a time.
That's right.
We having lots of times.
Man, we're having lots of times.
We're having lots of times now, but we still have to continue the work.
That's right.
We have to go knock on the doors, people. This is a year-round effort.
That's right.
Can we please, as Democrats, stop with the electoral? That's the only
Every
time we
4
showed
years.
up. Every 6 months. Can we stop that now? It's time for us to invest in the work of knocking on doors, because that really is where we meet people. It is not the phone calls, even though that helps. It's not the digital ads, because those digital ads last time. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone.
Come on.
Last time we had too many damn digital ads, and we didn't meet the people, because guess what? People don't watch regular TV anymore. But y'all didn't hear that from me.
Right.
Y'all hear that from me. But it's all good. Representative Pearson, thank you for joining us.
I'm so happy to be here.
And
Thank you so much.
on you a little bit. You're real calm now. Last time I saw you, you were hyped up, you were loud, and now you're over here speaking in a quiet voice.
Listen,
acting like I saw him when he was loud, y'all.
Listen, when the time calls for what it needs to, you got to meet the moment. You got to meet the moment.
Thank you. It's
Thank
a
you so much.
pleasure.
Likewise.